Hello and welcome. This is just a quick video. This is just a roundup of all the Space Marine Blood Angels new releases. They didn't bring out an awful lot of things. Some of the things I would have liked to see them improve is some of the characters. They're quite old now, and I would have liked to see them bring out just a new unit or new vehicle, something like that. But they didn't. They released the Codex, which isn't shown here, but I do have. The limited edition, which is about £100. They also released some data cards, as normal. Before the kind of proper release, I suppose, they released the Death Storm box set that had Captain Carlian in, who is an epic model and would look great next to your normal Thunderhammer Terminators. But apart from this, these are kind of like the four main releases. You've got two independent characters. You've got a Sanguinary Priest with the larger base, and he's a nice model, but he's expensive at £18, and he's also, that's pretty much the only pose you can really put him in. To change that will need a bit of skill. There's that independent character, and then the Blood Angels Librarian, and he's got like a combi Stormbolt and Melter pistol or Inferno pistol going on there. He's a really nice model, but again he's 18 quid and suffers from the same problem in that he's just one static pose, and for a static pose model that's plastic for £18, the sculpts are incredible, but you know, it's expensive now. It's always been expensive, but now you're talking, you know, it's quite a lot of money. So two new characters, and then you've got two squads. Now the tactical squad is well worth your money, even if you're not that into Blood Angels. Yes, you've got a lot of Blood Angels iconography. You've only got one set of man nipple armour or chest piece, so don't worry too much about that. All the rest have pretty straightforward chest pieces. There's a few, you know, drops of blood here and there on the crest, but overall I think it's £1 more than a normal tactical squad. But instead of the missile launcher, you're getting all the same special weapons, all the same combi weapons. The special weapons, actually, there's a bit of Blood Angels iconography on there, but the heavy weapons, instead of the missile launcher, sorry, you're now getting either the heavy bolter or the heavy flamer, which you can use as an option in the normal Space Marine Codex, and you're also getting them on the larger bases. So for £1 more, if you want a more of a shooty, you know, heavy bolter or heavy flamer army, pick these up. They're pretty good for only £1 more. I think they're quite decent models, and they've got a lot of great features and specific icons for Blood Angels. The Terminators, on the other hand, they are £7 more than the previous models. I know why, because I think there are only two sprues. If you look at my unboxing, I think there's only two sprues for these 5 models, and the old Terminators, which are being bundled in a lot of the Strike Forces, things like that, I think they came out in like 2004, so they're a decade old, and these are pretty much brand new, and the sculpts are fantastic. They're really highly detailed. The one thing, check out my review of these though, the unboxing and review, because I do mention that they're not as posable as you might think. The helmet or head can be posed in a few ways for the Sergeant. However, all of the other Terminators, the head is fixed in as part of the chest piece, so that's a little bit of a negative side. And also the arm is completely unposable. The gauntlet and hand isn't posable either, which I think the older models have one up on these, in terms of posability at least. The sculpts are obviously an improvement. They are really nice, but and just goes to show they've slimmed down on this teleporter beacon as well, I think, and they've made it a lot thinner than it used to be. Maybe they're discovering, you know, old STCs, and they're, you know, getting a bit more streamlined technology from the past, obviously. But either way, yeah, they're £7 more. And when you're talking about £35 for 5, you know, Space Marines, yes, you can use all the thunder, not the thunder, the lightning, sorry, the lightning claws with another box of Terminators that you might have lying around, or, you know, get them cheap somewhere. So there is that, you can use those parts, but I feel that that's quite a big step up to go almost 10 quid up, and you're talking in the realms of a Predator or a Land Raider, well, almost a Land Raider, but basically Predators, and they're more expensive than Stern Guard. Some might say that they're better than Stern Guard, some might say that Stern Guard are better, but you know, they don't normally price models by how good they are, other than the Night Titan. Lots of comments down below. Yeah, I'm kind of expecting that, but they're all the new releases. Okay, I like the new releases, but like I said at the start of the video, I was a bit disappointed because, you know, they don't have some kind of Blood Angels transport option. Yeah, they have the Storm Ravens and things, but they don't have anything like the Space Wolves got, and they certainly didn't get a proper beefed up Dante model with some angels around him or something, or you know, whatever. They didn't get like what Space Wolves had, Grimnar and you know, other models. Yeah, they could have. It just felt a little bit rushed. It felt like they've released 4 box sets and the codex. Done. I'm sure it wasn't rushed, and I'm sure they've held this back for quite a while. Sisters of Battle will be coming up sometime next year. I know of this. I just hope that they pull something out of the bag with those models. But if you've got a Blood Angels army, I can see plenty of people, they might buy a box of Terminators or 2, but the Tactical Marines are really where it's at. I think they're excellent. If you're looking at the site and you're looking at new releases and you see you know, like the Blood Angels, Sanguinary Guard, and you see the Death Company, they're not new, they're the old models, but they've just got the 32mm bases now, instead of the old bases. So I thought that's useful as well. But overall, the models that they have produced, although extremely expensive, I think you can get these 4 boxes, that's what they are at the end of the day, 4 boxes of models in a bundle. You're not saving any money. I don't know why Games Workshop are doing it like this. If they had a £10 discount, or if they had, you know, any kind of discount, or a reward system where you build up points, both of those things, if they had that included in their web store, with a card, maybe a reward card or something like that, where you build up points and things like that on what you buy, and then you can, you know, get some models off, they'd just blatantly sell more. Also, people would bite for a new release box. They might not buy all the new releases on the release day, they'll probably hold back, but it means that they're guaranteed that they'll buy a box set of all the new releases, so even a couple of models that they wouldn't have normally bought, as well. So it won't do them any harm doing that. But if you could buy this box set, that is at the moment £97, I think, for all of them, 2 lots of 18, 35 and a 26, 97. If you could buy all of them for, I don't know, 90 quid or £85 in some kind of like box set deal, I think they'd sell a lot more. But as it stands, they're selling all the releases, £97. It's just why you might as well just, at the moment, pick what you want. I think there should always be that option to pick what you want, but I think there should also be an option of getting some kind of discount if you're buying all of the new releases collectively. Anyway, I've waffled on for far too long. Thanks ever so much for watching. What do you think about these new models? Which are your favourites? Most importantly, I suppose, with this release that ushered in these new size bases, what do you think about the new bases? Have you built and painted and, you know, gamed with these models in the larger bases? How has it affected your game in terms of moving them around the board, the space that you've got for a 10-man tactical squad? Are you more encouraged to break them up into combat squads? How's that affected all your strategy and things? Yes, I know we're talking you know, a very small size increase, but it's still a size increase, and that does have an effect if you play games with them. So please do put all your feedback and things as usual on comments below. I am currently putting together the Blood Angel Sanguinary Guard. That will be up next week, but I thought I'd squeeze this video in as well this week because I've put a lot of content out over the Christmas period, and I thought this would kind of like sum up and conclude all of the Space Marine Blood Angel new releases. Thanks ever so much for your company this evening. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.